Folks, another beautiful day, and I'm on day 3 of the clearing, and I wanted to show you a little bit of the difficulty that I go through, so that you understand that you're going to come into many different types of situations you have to deal with. Okay, so I'm clearing. I'm in a little bit of a quagmire. I kept thinking, do I hire out for somebody to cut the big tree down, or do I do it myself? I want it. It's just the way that I'm built. I thought about it. I pondered it last night. I accepted. Paul, you don't know what the heck you're doing, but you've done a lot of these trees, and there's no tree that's not scary. Now, here's a quagmire I'm in. Okay, here's a tree. This is a pretty big sized tree. Okay, so if I hire out, they're going to charge me $800-900. I can cut that down and cut it up in a day and save myself $900. Okay, so if you look at the lean, it's got a slight lean in that direction. Okay, but here's the problem. It's very deceptive. I think it's going to go in that direction. Okay, and you see these 3 big trees right there? If this gets hung up on those trees, it's a nasty mess you got there. See, back there is a creek system, an easement, and there's houses on the other side. So if this big tree were to get hung up there, it's a problem. Okay? Now, when looking at the angle, what you really want is this. You don't want it going diagonal into those trees. You kind of want it to go this way, because these trees aren't so bad. And that's the problem. So, the question is, what do? You want to get this tree down really badly? I want to get it down really badly. I want it. I can taste the blood in the water. I want the glory, right? I want the glory. I want the video shot for you guys. I think it's exciting. If you look at the beginning of my video, of all my videos, you see the tree dropping, the infamous tree dropping. That's custom made. I wanted something original. I did that. I'm very proud of that. The biggest tree nearly in the city. It was luck. I just happened to come across the biggest tree in the city. It was like 4 foot around. There were 2 trees in one. It was like 130 feet. It was a behemoth. I got the shot. It cost me $1,900 for 17 seconds of video. I had to buy a bigger chainsaw for the first time. I ended up at the emergency room and cut my leg open with a chainsaw. I went back the next morning with blood going down my leg, and I got the video shot. So determination has really worked out for me, but I'm smarter now. Okay, now what do I do in a situation? Well, like this. I call somebody. You know, you see, there are many different types of cuts you can make, and if you make the wrong one, it can be a problem. Here's the reverse angle of the tree. Okay, not that big a tree. It's more about getting hung up. And if you look at this, I dropped that one yesterday. You got this 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. If you look at those branches right there, and you look at this here, if this goes into there and gets hung up on any of these trees, the problem is that these trees are right at the lot line. And of course, as you know, this killer lot's got an easement there. See? So I got this easement back here, nice little creek system. And I would hate to get hung up in these big trees. Then I got to cut these, right? And then these are going to fall over there. And then I got a man-made bridge. And then it gets nasty. Nobody wants to deal with that. So the question that I'm going to have is, hey, how do I get that to fall instead of at an angle? I want it to fall that way. I don't care if it leans on top of that tree. I cut that tree down. That's fine. I don't care. But I want to bypass this cluster of trees right there in front of the camera. I want to bypass these trees, and I want that tree to fall there. So looking at the angle, it's really almost a matter of opinion. I think I could get it in either direction depending on the cut. So in this particular case, guys, I brought a wedge with me. Even though I got the angle, I brought a wedge. So I'm thinking, man, if I make my cut more to this side, But sometimes that weight is big. I don't know. If you look at my angle, right here, that tree, and that tree. Now I got somebody coming out, Dave is coming out, and he's going to tell me, watch, no, you're going to go there. So I think the discussion's going to be like, no, Dave, it's going to go there. Then it's going to be, well, it depends how you make your cut, right? Guys, let me tell you something. You got to be careful with these cuts. Because I learned from a logger that when you're trying to decide the angle, you got to look up. I mean, it doesn't look like that big of a head, and I can kind of see where it's leaning. See, if you look at it carefully, the head is kind of leaning there. But anyway, we're going to see what Dave is going to do. I called Dave this morning. I go, come on out. I need to pick your brains. You need to tell me exactly what you think. I want to know. I mean, look, it's still not good if it gets, but I want it to fall. It has the potential to get hung up on those trees there. I just don't want to get hung up back there and then have to cut those ones down. I can cut these ones down. I own that lot, so that's okay. Anyway, here's Dave. Let's see what he has to say. Anyway, this is Dave, the greatest lot developer in all of Lake Livingston for over 25, 30 years. He does everything for us, and he's coming here. Dave, how are you this morning? Good. You look good. Nice legs, by the way. Anyway, Dave, you know, if you mind me shooting just a little bit of video, because this is great so people understand. All right, Dave, this is what I'm thinking. When I look at this tree, I'm seeing a natural drop right through there, okay? Now, I know you want it to drop there, don't you, right? But if you look at it from this angle...
I think that where you look, either right there or right there.
Okay, right there is the path of least resistance. If you look at this right here, okay? Now, you see the problem is these three trees right here. Let's say it were to drop here. If it gets hung up on these two trees, then we have a problem because there's the easement over there. Those trees are leaning in that direction. You see what I mean? Okay, now, I think it could go there as well. But now the question is, where do you make this cut? Because if you're wrong, you know as well as I do, if you're wrong. If I made my cut right here.
I would go this way. Because you only got that one small one. That one ain't going to stop it.
Okay, I'm good if it falls there.
Yeah, that's the way you want to let it fall.
Where would you make the cut?
Make your cut.
Okay.
You're going to trim all this shit out of it.
Okay, I'll trim it.
But you're going to make your cut straight the way it's going. Right in here like this.
You're going to go down low?
I would. Then you don't have to cut the stump off. The stump grinder will do it.
Well, I'm hiring a stump grinder.
Across there.
Okay.
Then make your wedge cut.
My wedge cut? You mean on the other side is the wedge cut?
No, like you got a straight cut here,
yeah.
And you got an angle cut here.
So
angle cut.
Okay, so you're not going to go from the bottom up on your angle cut. You're going to come down like that?
Yeah, you're going to come down like this. Or well, some people go from you can do it either way. You can make a straight cut up here or your angle cut up. I always do my angle cut going down.
Okay, and you're not going to go halfway, are you? You're going to go right about to there?
No, you're not going to cut it back that far.
No?
You're going to make your straight cut about this far back.
Okay.
And then you're going to make your angle cut in there.
Okay.
But when you make your angle cut, you want to stay straight with your cut going down.
Okay.
Or it can twist on you.
Yeah, that's...
And then you're going to want to cut through here probably about halfway. Then put your wedge in there.
Okay. Now you're going to go low? You're not going to go like up here?
You can cut...
I mean, because that changes everything, doesn't it?
Well, you don't want to angle. You don't want it to fall from there because that gives it too much propensity to come back at you.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Be where you're out of the line.
Let me ask you this. Let's say my cut is right here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got to do the next cut has got to be 6 inches higher naturally. You never want to do your back cut at the same level, right? No. You always want to go a couple inches higher for the weight distribution.
So you got your angle and you got your cut like this and like this.
Okay.
So when you cut from the back side over here, you want to come in almost to the bottom of that.
Oh, really?
Where that flat cut is.
you don't want to go above that flat cut. So
No,
let's say my
little
flat cut.
teeny
I
bit.
thought I had to go up higher, about 4 or 5 inches.
No, you want that cut to come in right. You know, here's your angle.
Okay.
Your angle is like this. You want your cut to come in right around there.
Okay.
That way, there's not so much to hang up and
Okay.
get caught.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
once you get halfway through it, did Mark give you that stuff I gave you?
Yeah, I got the sledge.
Put
I
that
got-
put that good deal in there and put it in there for it. You're gonna leave your saw in there when you do that.
Okay.
You want to make sure you don't hit your wedge all the way in and hit the saw.
Now, do I make the front of the cut first,
Yep.
or do I make the back cut, put the wedge in first?
No, you do the front.
You do the front.
Because
Okay.
you put the wedge in, then when you're doing it, the tree's gonna come over and pinch your saw.
Okay. Okay. So I'll make the front cut first.
Go get your saw.
Okay. Hey guys, the power of persuasion. I got Dave doing the cut for me. This is gonna be cool. You know, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. This is Dave's wedge right here. And by the way, I have a bigger chainsaw to cut up the actual tree.
All the way down is choke.
Yeah, all the way down is choke. Pull it twice and then go up once. One more. And just go up one. Okay. All right.
You put the chain on backwards.
I put the chain on backwards?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I was just testing Dave to make sure that he knew what he was doing before approaching my job. Dave, good job. Now you're qualified. Give me 1 second, I'll change it. Okay, here's what we've done.
Do we have the sledgehammer?
We do. Dave just got done telling me, Paul, you're an idiot. We got this chain changed over, and we're gonna watch Dave do his thing. Now, brand new chain.
Sledgehammer.
What's that?
Sledgehammer.
What do you want with it?
I'm gonna have to use it to pound that in.
Yeah, I'll get the sledgehammer. That's a good cut you did there. That's perfect.
Chain is working good.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right.
Now come through the other side.
What do you mean?
My cut come through all the way.
You're right here with your cut. I mean, you're not cutting. You don't want to cut through that. You want to leave that in the middle. Yeah, you're good. I would just go to here.
I'm thinking where my blade is now, it's clear over here, so I haven't come that far. I'm gonna go in a little bit more. Damn, I went way lower than I should have.
You want to put the wedge in now. All right, all right. You know what? I don't think it'll matter because it's all straight that way. I said we wedge it right now, right here. Right here. All right. I hear a pop. It's popping. Oh, hold on. It's popping.
Yeah, I know, but
It's okay if it goes that way. I own that lot. You want me to wedge it here? Yeah. Oh, I don't think.
wherever I wanted it.
Whoa! That's perfect. 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 Whew. That sucker went where it wanted to go. Man, that's a good drop, Dave. That's perfect. Good job, Dave.
Ideally, you want this cut here to be a little bit higher so you come
Yeah.
into your
Yeah,
groove cut.
but that's perfect, Dave. That really is. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest tree cutting crew
Not
in the
the
world.
greatest,
Dave,
one of the
what's your
best.
phone number again?
936-402-3276. But
Yes.
I don't do trees no more.
That doesn't matter. He
all
does
the
everything
tree
else.
guy.
Guys, thank you very much. Paul Katroff, 423buyland.com, the greatest land seller in Polk County. Have a wonderful day. All right, guys. You know, I came down here simply to shoot the video on the tree dropping. It's fun. It is. I know that it looks like I made a bigger deal about the tree dropping than it actually was. You know, I was more nervous than anything else for no reason. I knew it wasn't a behemoth of a tree. But on the same token, I understand that after all these years of cutting trees, I don't know what I'm doing. There are so many different ways to do it and so many different opinions on how to do it. I would not have cut the tree in the same way that Dave cut the tree. Based on my experiences, my cuts would have been different. I would have done a higher up cut. I would have cut the belly here, and where I would have put the wedge, I would have gone behind it. Instead of going level with my cut, I would have made a cut 4 inches higher. Why? Because I listened to the professionals online. However, Dave got that tree to drop perfectly. So when you surround yourself by good people, it makes everything a lot easier. And also, the tree gets hung up, Dave has a tractor. No, you know, but it really is, really appreciated him coming out here this morning. I came out here with one goal, is to shoot a video and dropping the tree. We have rainstorms coming in. Clouds are building up right now. It's already starting to rain. So this little bit I got done means I can grab the big saw and start cutting up that stump. Probably I'm going to aim for either tomorrow or the next day. So stay tuned. I'm going to try to get more videos on a daily basis of this property. But at least you know what I'm going through to get this property clean so you can get your RV on here. Anyway, good luck on everything you do, guys. Paul Katroff, take care.
I think she loved her dad to some degree.
Good girl.
And it's third
What are you doing, baby?
supplies.
Good girl.
Arizona has been
I think she love. I think she loves her dad.
last week against
Love your dad, Dad.
a really good 2-1 opener against Buffalo, Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook, who really kind of
Okay, at midnight, I couldn't help myself. I went out to my watermelon patch and I pulled my last watermelon for the season. It's crazy because right over here, there's a big nose. Now, hey, I want to ask you something. Dixie, do you want some of my watermelon? I'll give you some if you want some, but don't tell Mommy, okay? I don't know if you'll like it or not. Let's sit first. You gotta sit. Come on, man, you gotta sit. 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 That's an obedient bloodhound. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take a piece of this juicy watermelon. I bet you want some with this. Speak. Speak. Oh, come on, speak. Speak. All right. Now listen. Here you go. Do you want to piece that watermelon? Do you want to piece? Oh, that's so good. Oh, yes. Here, I gotta always wipe the rest off. There you go. Isn't that pretty good? That's my good girl. Yeah, I like the watermelon. Hey, let's give you another piece. Speak. Speak. Yeah. Not the type of speak that I like, but. Okay. All right. Now, gotta finish this because Mommy will kill me. Use you feeding you sugar. Is that good? Yeah? Hey, do you want another one? One more? I'll give you one more. All right, hold on a second. All right. Here you go, baby girl. That's so good. Anyway.